Okay. The first meal that I ever enjoyed with my then future mother-in-law was at an Indian restaurant, and there was this gigantic painting on the wall of these over-the-top Bollywood lovers. They were embracing, they were staring into each other's eyes. And my mother-in-law, who had this flair for the dramatic, threw her arm up and pointed at it, and she said, "Those two people are so in love. That painting could only be of Jake and Tara." That would have been a really nice thing to say if my name were Tara. It's not, it's Amanda. So Tara was his girlfriend of 10 years before I came into the picture. Made it a little uncomfortable for me in the 4 months into our relationship that we were. And I didn't really know if she was being passive aggressive, if she had liked Tara a lot and missed her, or if it was just a slip of the tongue. And over the course of that weekend, it happened a couple more times. And one time I kind of caught her eye, and I saw that it was filling with tears and that she really felt this sense of guilt and she felt really bad about saying it. So I let her off the hook. I was like, okay, obviously she didn't say this to hurt my feelings. She wasn't being passive aggressive. It was just a thing. So fast forward several months later, and Teddy, my mother-in-law to be, was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And my boyfriend and I, now husband, knew that we needed to move down to Southern California and help take care of her and spend as much time with her as we could. So we did. I had just finished my master's degree. I couldn't find work in my field in LA. I didn't have any friends there, I didn't have any family, I didn't have any money, and I had student loans coming due. So I was generally pretty miserable. And my husband's family, though I love them now, did not do much to make me feel welcome. In fact, his mother, at regular intervals, when we were out to dinner with her, or at chemo, she would say to me, you know, Amanda, if you would like, you can just stay home tomorrow and Jake can just come. It's fine if it's just the two of us. And I got the hint, I wasn't welcome. And I felt that her continuing to call me Tara on occasion was a further indication of how unwelcome I was, and it started to really piss me off. Now, if you want to feel like a jerk, be angry at somebody with terminal cancer about something really petty. So in addition to my crappy depression, I also felt like a big asshole, and I kind of was. So this went on for a while, and it kept grating, and it kept making me angrier and angrier, until she actually had an accident. She fell and she hit her head, and she had to be admitted to the hospital. And she actually had a psychotic break as a result of a hematoma on her brain. And I don't know if you've ever dealt with anybody in this situation, but it's very disconcerting. She had all of these hallucinations. So, for instance, she would see nurses walking down the hallway, and she would think they were demons. And you would see her look change from normal conversational look to just utter terror. And it was horrible. It was a horrible thing to watch. Or she would think that she was on the Orient Express. Or she would think she was in Panama. Or sometimes because of the restraints that she had in her hospital bed, she would think that she was under arrest. Like one time in particular, she thought they had her on drug charges. And so she turned to my husband and said, "If you don't go get those drugs out of the drawer and flush them down the toilet, I'm taking you down with me." And although it was really sad, it was also kind of hilarious. And then there was this one other thing. So she stopped calling me Tara sometimes and started calling me Tara all the time. My name was Tara. But it didn't annoy me, because while I was Tara, every other woman in the world became Amanda. Her sisters were Amanda. The nurses, when they weren't demons, were Amanda. The little girl in the elevator was Amanda. Everybody was Amanda. And so that's when I understood it wasn't malicious. It was this fixation. It was the thing where when you don't want to think about something and you don't want to say something, it's the only thing you can think about and the only thing you can say. And so I let it go, as I should have done long before that. Because if a person is suffering from terminal cancer and is having a psychotic break and all they can think about is getting your name right, you need to lay off. And I did. And so we became closer, and we spent more time together in her final months. And even occasionally I would run over to her house and pick her up to take her out for coffee, just the two of us. And when I would ring the buzzer, she would call down on the intercom, "Amanda, I'm so happy it's you." Thank you.